Speaking of no face, the
Oh,
Ghostface.
Good segue. Let's go ahead and talk about the Ghostface Killah album. Set the tone. Guns N' Roses. B, what was your anticipation going into this album?
I had none, because, like, I had no anticipation for this album. It's just, it's a freaking Ghost album. Ghost put out music, bro. It's just, I'm like, all right, he put an album out, I'm going to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no expectation for the Gun album. Put it out, I listen to it. So anyways, I really, when I listened to the album, all I thought about was this man here. I don't know why. I'm like, what is he going to think of this? So I really want to know your opinion right now before I get into
this album. You don't see the Guns N' Roses anywhere. I just want y'all to know this right now. You don't see the Guns N' Roses anywhere until you go into streaming. Everybody else was promoting this as just Ghostface Killah, set the tone. Yeah. That's all it says on the album cover. That's all it was being promoted as at the time of this recording. The album is called Set the Tone, Guns N' Roses. So when I saw that, I'm like, Guns N' Roses? I'm like, oh, he's going to talk about the sweet stuff of, like, his fame. He's going to talk about the grimy stuff he used to have to do. I'm like, oh, he's going to have a mixture of everything. It's called Set the Tone. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, he about to, talk about the rap game, kind of like maybe where it's at. But where he's at also as well. I've been watching some Ghostface interviews with him on Drink Champs. Him with...
he called himself Pretty Tone as well, right?
What's the... who's OG rapper? Big Daddy Kane?
Oh, Big Daddy Kane, yeah.
I watched Wu-Tang and American Saga recently. Ghostface is my guy. Yeah. My favorite out of the Wu-Tang.
Face.
We got to 6 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it right here. I'm like, oh, I can tell this album's going to be great.
Yeah.
Pair of Hammers. Him and Method Man. All right, sounds a bit oldish.
Yeah, yeah.
Not mad at this. They're in their element a bit. Cool. Skate Odyssey with him and Raekwon. Different production from what I expected. Raekwon still came with it. Yeah. Ghostface did as well.
Then
Scar Tissue.
October London on the hook, playing like Lil Marvin. You know what I'm saying?
Then we got Scar Tissue. I'm a bit disappointed in this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not bad. It's a good song, but I expected a lot more coming from Ghostface and Nas. Hey. Both huge OGs in the rap game, especially right now, still doing their thing. Commend them for it. We don't celebrate our legends enough.
I heard people saying real hip hop was back. That's all I'm gonna say.
What, Scar Tissue? Oh yeah, with that word. With that word. Ghost. Hey, he didn't care. He's an epic.
They say real hip hop back, yo.
It is. Then Kilo in the safe. I'm like, all right, cool. Skit 1 comes. I'm like, all right. I think this is
What's your favorite cereal? What's your favorite cereal?
I'm cool with this. I'm like, all right, Ghost is, he's in his playful bag right now. Then we get the song with him and Kanye.
No face.
I was like, Kanye? I'm like, this is Ghost.
Yeah.
You need to be serious right now. Don't come in here with that, my butthole gets bleached or something like that on the t-shirt.
If I bleach my
He came in with it. Yeah. He delivered enough.
Do you like the beat?
Yeah, it was cool.
I forgot that sample.
But you know what beat I didn't like? Champion Sound.
Oh yeah, I knew you. When I heard that I was like, bro, don't like no reggae music. Bro, ain't gonna like this right here.
I don't like no. Then we got the Cape Fear. Fat Joe gave a good verse. Harley, I think
he's on the hook.
Yeah, on the hook. Ghostface did this thing too. Skid 2 comes in, and this is where it really comes in to set the tone. One thing I gotta say about Ghost on this album before I rip it a new one,
he got a family. Chill out.
I love you, Ghost. I want you to know that you're my favorite member of Wu-Tang. When you call this album Set the Tone, you really did it well and executed it well, especially with the skits, the way you divided the album up into like 4 pieces. The skits helped divide the album up. It's easy for me to talk to someone and say, oh, this is my favorite part of the album, the first fourth or the second fourth. Skit 2 came, I was out of there.
You knew what was coming, B?
At first I was like, all right, maybe he's just like setting this up for like, this section of the album. I'm like, all right, I gotta go through 3 or 4 songs. I'm like back to back. I'm like, all right. Ghost in his, smooth player bag. I'm like, all right, I only gotta deal with this for like 3 tracks. Skit 4 comes in. He continues that same thing, but with more modern production. He just sounds like the old man trying to be cool. Ghost, I love you, man, but this album to me was disappointing. I loved the first half of it. Yeah. The first half is what I wanted the whole album to be.
Them guns.
Yeah, I just wanted the guns and guns.
He wanted guns and butter.
Yes. Yes. I want you to, how in the movies where the guy has the gun on the table while he's eating dinner? Yeah. I wanted something like that. He got into his smooth player bag. I get it. Ghost is a ladies' man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Ghost rapping about girls, me personally. Because you want to know why? He's going into detail of how he's doing certain things to her.
It's pretty tone.
I don't want to hear that. as a man. I do not want to drive in my car hearing this. How you lift the legs up, I don't want to hear that.
Hey,
I'm not here for that.
Our bodies belong together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what I tell you, girl?
Well, this body of work don't belong with that previous.
Take that Plan B. I got a family. You know what I'm saying?
He's right. I get it. That one song, I went, all right, I give this a pass. This isn't bad. I get the concept. It's cool. But then we go into Bad B with him and Ja Rule. I'm like, Ja Rule?
Ja was on there. Hey, Ja was bad. He didn't lose a touch.
But Trevor Jackson, he just sounds like a broke down.
He sounded like he did like the Miguel sample on they sampled like a Miguel track.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
With that hook.
Miguel needs to get his money for that one. But then Locked In came in. I was all right with this.
Yeah.
I liked it on here.
Okay.
Then Skid 3 comes in. I'm like, all right. You set the tone a little bit more. Mm-hmm. People are roasting, I think. This is the one where, Godfrey roasted Ghost. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, we're going to get to a playful, more serious Ghost.
Nah, he touching on you now.
Sadly, he touched me in all the wrong ways. Touch You, Shots, Trap Phone.
Trap Phone, hey, bro. Chucky Hollywood was in his bag, B. Come on, man.
He was in the wrong bag. He was in the Great Value bag. I need you to be in the hood, the Save-A-Lot bag. I'm trying to get to that bag.
Yep.
He over here in Sally Beauty Supply bag. What is this? No! What are you doing? B, I wanted to love this album.
Yeah.
I love Ghost. Ghost can rap. That grimy-ish, I wanted that. You know I just listened to Sour Soul with him and Bad, Not Good.
That's why I wish you listened to more of his discography. Because Ghost does this. This is Ghost. This is
part of his... I don't have a problem, but this is half the album.
Yeah. He did a whole album like this similar. Like,
okay, I don't want to hear that. But
play it. Ghost Dini.
I listened to this one. Man, first off, the production on that second half. It was not for me. Yeah. The way he sequenced the album, I love it. Yeah. The execution was perfect with how he sequenced the album.
Yeah.
But man, there were certain parts of this album I was just not feeling. It's that third and fourth half, especially that bonus track was bad.
Yep.
That bonus track was bad. Oh my! So my thing was this: that last fourth, after the Skid 3, it sounded like Ghost getting on modern beats. Mm-hmm. And one of my complaints about the album, which really isn't a complaint, it sounded old. It sounded like something that could have came in the 2000s, but really polished.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm cool. It does sound a bit old.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with this. I ain't got a problem if that's your sound that you want to go for. But then you want to mix it in with this modern sound. I'm just like, Ghost don't fit well on him. It sounds like the old man trying to be good. Now, Nas has done a similar thing with him and Hit Boy and Hit Boy's run. To me, he flowed a lot better. But one of my problems with certain songs on these Hit Boy runs, he would always have one song where he's talking pop culture, like what's happening currently in the climate. Yeah. He would reference certain things that he'd try to sound like the guy that's still hip, that's still, not, was it toned in or phoned in?
Yeah.
It would just be like, LOL, SMH. I'm less like, Nas, you don't gotta do that. You a legend. You a OG. You don't have to do stuff like that to kind of sound trendy.
Yeah.
I hated those songs on these albums, except for Blue Bentley. I just like the groove on that song.
Yeah.
But on this album right here, I'm just like, Ghost, I don't need you on like that type of production.
Yeah.
And I don't need to be having Ghost on like the most grimiest like beats or anything like that. Like I said, I heard Sour Soul.
Yeah.
Amazing 5 out of 5 project for me. Mm-hmm. This right here, it's.
Hey.
I don't listen to a lot of Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he got a lot of projects.
Yeah.
OG in the game, legend in the game. I'm never gonna knock Ghost as an artist. He has a lot of projects. I'm probably never gonna listen to all of them.
Mm-hmm. Listen to Ghost Dini, bro.
And see, I haven't heard that project, but even if I heard that project, I should still be able to listen to this album and still have some type of enjoyment for it without having to be like, oh, I'm used to this album, so this one I kind of have more of an expectation. So I'm kind of coming into this kind of like my boy Ryan said, with a learning curve, which I would say, you have more experience.
Yeah.
And so I was just really disappointed with this album. And like the song you showed me before this podcast episode, it sounded good production-wise. He didn't have none of that ish on here. Because this was production-wise, no.
It was different.
The first half of the album was good production-wise.
Because Ghost Dini came out like 08, 09, and like he had a lot of R&B artists on there. He had like Ray, what's his name? Ray Devon. He had like John Legend.
Did he have Neo on there? That song
I
with
think
Neo
on
Fish Scale was good.
Is Neo on Ghost Dini? I mean Ghost Dini? I don't know. I don't remember. Is he on there? But anyways, it's just this is Ghost, bro. It's part of his character. Like some of his songs, he has some cuts on there when he talk about women. You know what I'm saying? It's just Ghost thing, bro. It's like it sounds. I know. But look. He did a whole album. So look, half of the album, right? I think what makes it more cringier for you, because I understood you probably wouldn't like this because of that production. Because I could tell like some on this production is like do Ghost, especially on Trap Phone, he don't fit on that type of production, in my opinion. But I feel like if he had a more soulful beats on this type of with this type of subject matter, it'll fit well. That's what he did good with Ghost.
And see, that's what I would agree with you with. Yeah. Like I said, it's that production.
It's the production.
Because to me, there's a disconnect because Ghost, the way he raps and the way these beats are, I'm like, I don't think Ghost is really like matching the tone of these beats. And then he's trying to like be a sweet guy, but also kind of be a thuggish guy as well. And I'm just like, to me, this comes off as more cringe and corny. And I'm not saying Ghost is cringe or corny, but the elements of putting all this in the song together makes it come off cringe and corny.
Yeah, I know that production just doesn't fit.
That production threw me off completely.
I knew that was going to be the turning point for you, especially with the subject matter in that production. And just how Ghost's tone is on that production just don't really fit it well.
I agree.
So I knew that's, I had fun with this album just because I love Ghost as a character. This guy is just so funny to me. And like him being on these beats is like him trying something different, something new, being on this type of production. And I was like, okay, he's Ghost Dini Part 2, but on some modern, polished production. Doesn't sound the best, to be honest with you, but I still had fun with it, B. Like you said, that first half, fire. Even though there's some tracks on there, I'm like...
sounds a bit old. Like him and Method Man. I'm like, it sounds a bit dated.
Yeah, especially because I think they sampled one of their old like verses or something like that in the hook. But anyways, I want to say, B, I had fun with this album, B. I laughed a lot. And especially, I want to know how old that girl is. Because she was like, you left your gun in my mom, she's like, man,
she said, I'm glad you just called me. I'm playing with my rose. Oh, you playing with it?
She said, yeah. Oh, yeah, you playing with it? No. Then she goes, I'm looking at your picture. You're like, oh, yeah? I'm going to be over there now, Melissa. And then right when I'm coming with some roses, and I'm going to switch my tone on the phone, I'm going to get on that pretty tone shit when I see you, you know what I'm saying? But it just Ghostface, bro. It's just so funny.
I have no problem with that because I wish it was a bit more of that.
Yeah.
But I wish it would. I don't know because, like I said, it's a song with him and Neo off of Fish Scale. I forgot. It's the one that was on the radio, even though I've never heard it down here.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That song was perfect. To me, it was a perfect mesh of having a good R&B singer. You got Ghost with this certain tone, him talking about the relationship problems and stuff like that, on a really good instrumental as well. To me, the second half of this project has no good instrumentals.
Yeah.
For Ghost.
Yeah.
Let me say that. Because maybe someone else, if you give them that Bryson Tiller-like character that does a rap singy type thing, they could probably do something with this. But because I know who Ghost is somewhat from the grimy stuff, and the way he raps, especially meshed with this, and I just heard him on Mr. Morale, which we'll talk about after this, on Purple Hearts, amazing. Yeah. This production right here was not suited for Ghost.
I love that Trap Phone beat. Yeah. That Trap Phone beat. I was hoping that he just left that to Chucky Hollywood, whatever the guy is. Just rap on that, sing, do whatever your melodic want to be, great value, Don Toliver or whatever, but nah, I don't want to hear Ghost on this song, and he didn't sound well on that. But, hey, Ghost, you was trying something different. You're pretty toned, bro. You did your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Ghostface Killah, man. Like, I don't know, bro. It was funny. I had fun. I laughed, like, jamming this. Especially that second half, bro. Ghost was saying some wild stuff, bro.
He was, but I'm just like... Ghost was going to give me that shock value with his lyricism at times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the first half of this album was really good, really strong, very consistent. I just wish, especially with the singles that came out with the Scar Tissue, I thought I was going to get more of that.
Yeah.
If you would have gave me another single from the second half, I think I would have had better expectations.
Of like what's going to happen.
So it's with my disappointment with this album, but also because it's the whole second half. It's not just 1/4 of it. It's the second half of the album. It completely tonally switches. And I do like the way he sets the tone with these skits. I mean, he does it perfectly.
Yeah.
But it's the fact of these drastic tone switches from what we got in the first half of the album to that. I'm just like,
so what you think about him saying that he's finna drop Supreme Clientele too?
Oh, I'm here for that because Supreme Clientele won.
Classic. 5
out of 5.
Yeah.
No skips.
Yeah.
Production was great. Rapping ability, even when he's doing the word gumbo, like I'm just like Ghost. I don't even know
bro be going on.
He was just putting stuff together. He even said in the drink chats, he was like, yeah, I had to get out of that.
Yeah.
Because people were just saying I was this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I had to stop that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you was putting a lot of words that I can't say together, but hey.
Yeah, bro, that was so much fun. Like, I love that era of Ghostface when he was just putting stuff together because it was like nobody could do it like he do it, bro. It's just
I think the only person can maybe do it like that is MF Doom.
Yeah, but it's just like
he's gonna be very wordy over the head with it.
But it's just like with Ghostface, it's just you could do it. But I'm saying the style, the voice, it's so different. It just even though it can be done, but I'm just saying it's just how he do it is just
it's well executed. It's the energy and everything with it.
And bro, and then how he'll do it, like when Ghost will put words, all those words together, then he'll just say something like out of like bro, like on the Supreme Volunteer, he was like, I can't really verbatim, I gotta hear it. But at the end of like him doing all that word mashing, he was just like, flipped on fam. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, oh, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Shorty got shot in the face. The party was overcrowded. You know, like different things. Oh man, Ghost, bro.
Yeah, so Big Clientele, I'm scared for this because making a sequel album is one of the toughest things that you could do. There's only a few artists that have been able to. Exactly. It's that name that holds a lot of weight. Yeah. There's only a few artists that could do stuff like that. Yeah. Last one I think that did something that well, Gunna, Future. Yeah. Only ones that carry that
you would like that you liked it Raekwon and Ghostface?
Yeah. Built for Cuban Links 2.
Yeah. Well. And that came out what? 2021? Am I bugging? Why I say 2020? It wasn't 2020.
You talking about the Wilds or something like that.
I'm tripping. Man.
Only Built for Cuban Links, the purple cover with that came out in 2009 because I think the 15th anniversary was coming up soon. Okay. So yeah,
with the purple cover.
Yeah. So yeah, this album right here, disappointing. Ghost isn't a bad rapper.
Oh no.
So I'm not gonna say that he was a trash. I'm not gonna say this is a trash album either because I'm pretty sure people are gonna find some songs on that second half that they'll like. I didn't like nothing on that second half except for like maybe one song. I think that was locked in or tapped in. But besides that, some of the features on this album was disappointing. The album sounded a bit old, dated. I'll say that. But it's not a big problem to where I'm just like, it deters me from the album. But you could definitely tell like he was going for like more of like the 2000 sound of hip hop, which I guess he really loved. So yeah, this project wasn't for me. I don't think this is one that I'll ever go back to besides the first half of it. Yeah, maybe. But even then, I think I'm gonna cherry pick some songs I like from here.
Yeah. Well, this album, it's fun. I had fun with it. Like he said, it's probably not an album I'll go back to, but I might play some tracks with my girl, make her laugh. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, yo, check this out right here, But hey, Ghost, I love you, bro. I'm ready for Supreme Clientele. I'm a bump that. I just know when it comes to you're just gonna put out some music. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna do your thing on it, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. Especially just you as a personality is just funny to me, bro. And like you can really rap your butt off. So, hey, I enjoyed it as fun. Like I know it's parts on the second half that yes I have discrepancies with, like you said, but. It goes, bro. It's just so fun. Like your uncle, like trying to be hip. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's like with Ghost, an album like this is not something I can really heavily critique. I just can't. I don't know because it's like, it's just like that playful fun. Like he want to step out of his element and get back into his Ghost Dini stuff. So it's like, he's a legend. He's meant to be. I don't know. I can't be hard on him. I just can't.
I guess my thing is the reason I am hard on him like this is because people like him and Nas are still rapping. Yeah. But you could see the clear hunger that Nas still has on his Magic and King's Disease series. Yeah. And I'm not saying that I need Ghostface to do exactly something like that, but no one's going to look at that album, King's Disease, like, oh yeah, it really fell off after the so-and-so half. Like, no, like it's pretty consistent, especially, and I know he's working with a single producer on this, so he's going to have more of a consistent sound. He's going to have more of a better working environment, I guess, to construct the album.
Do you think they have two different objectives though? I think
yes.
Yeah, that's
completely.
Yeah.
I guess my thing is because they're both older and they're both seen as lyrical beasts.
Yeah. You just gotta understand, like when Ghost go through his discography, like the things he was putting out, like you go to Nas's and Nas has like duds. Like Ghost was very consistent with like a lot of his music. Like just go through it, look at his albums, bro. Like he have really good albums in that middle, especially in the 2000s where hip hop was like slouchy. Ghost was still putting out like really good work. So I'm like,
would you say Ghost has a better discography than Nas?
I could maybe say that. I wouldn't say it now because I really do need to get more into the King Disease. I haven't listened to 2 and 3, and also I haven't listened to
2 and
Magic.
3 are so phenomenal.
I haven't listened to Magic 2. He has a 3?
He has, yeah.
Oh, so I haven't listened to 2 and 3. Yeah, I listened to Magic 1, which is, I love it. And I listened to King Disease 1, which is cool. It's cool.
Oh, King Disease 2 is 2 and 3.
Yeah, but I haven't heard 2. I haven't heard 2 and 3.
2 and 3 are amazing.
But other than that, like other Nas projects, compared to Ghost,
Like Godson.
only why I will put Nas ahead because Illmatic and It Was Written. I like those two albums probably more than any Ghostface album. But just consistency, I'm saying Ghost has a really stellar discography. But I don't know. It's hard for me to put it over Nas's just because of those two albums.
He has two very heavy
especially Illmatic. It's like one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. So it's kind of hard to compare, especially with the longevity with both of these artists. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I love Ghost, bro. He's just so fun.
Let us know what y'all think about that Ghostface album. If y'all listening to it, or if you're going to listen to it.